Hi, welcome to today's CAD lesson. In today's exercise, we will be modeling a simple axial compression fan. Let's jump right into today's exercise. So we get a worksheet, new up here. We will be working in millimeters. So under part create 2D and 3D objects, we'll select the standard MMIPT and create. Now we'll pick the 2D sketch command and we want to work this time on the XZ plane. Now let's pick the circle command and draw a circle from the origin. The diameter of the first circle is going to be 30. You would enter that in the dynamic input box and press enter. You can scroll up the scroll mouse button to zoom in and we'll draw another circle also from the origin of diameter 145 and enter that as well. Now you can zoom in and then you pan up to get your work in focus. Let's finish this sketch and we would extrude. We want to extrude this profile. The extrusion direction, let's flip that around and we'll change the distance of extrusion or the thickness of this extrusion to 30 and we would OK that. Now let's get the 2D sketch command again and create this sketch on. Let's look for a plane to work on, which is going to be the YZ plane. Now I want to slice this so I see that plane. So come down here and choose the slice graphics option. Let me also turn this around. Alright, now drop down the rectangle command options and choose the one that says the 3-point arc. Now let's draw our arc here. This is going to be the first point, the second point, and then the third point, and then you draw the arc. Now we can dimension this. So the dimension command, the radius of this arc is 30. We would enter that. And then we want to also specify the radius here as 0.75. Okay, now just get off the dimension command so we can drag this arc to put it in place and apply the other dimensions. Alright, so let's pick the dimension command again. The distance between this point here and this edge is 4.5. Is same on the opposite side. So between, let me zoom in, this point and this line here is 4.5. Now the distance between this point and the point here, let's go this way, is 2. And then also the distance between this point here and this very one is 1.2. Now that fully constrains the sketch. We can go ahead and finish it. And now we want to extrude. So the extrude command, the profile has been correctly selected. Let me turn this so we see. But we want the extrusion to not start from that plane we drew on. So just come here between is off, just click on that. And I will want to select the face we want to begin the extrusion from, which is going to be this face. And let's choose the second option here that says between is on. Now we see the extrusion begins from that face. Alright, so we want the distance of that extrusion to be 30, which is fine. Let's look at the preview. It looks good, and so we would OK. Alright, now let's apply a fillet. The fillet radius is 2 mm to that slot. Let's see. Awesome, and so we would OK. Now we want to create multiples of this. For that, we will use the circular pattern command, and the features we want to pattern is going to be this together with the fillet we put there. Now let's see the rotate axis. Let's go around this. For the placement or the instances, we want 40 of them. So I would specify that. We see the preview of that. It looks good, and so we OK. Now let's create some cutout holes on this face. So let's select this face and we want to create a sketch. Now we pick the circle command and draw a circle from the origin. The diameter of the circle is 120. We would enter that. We want to maintain also this hole. So what we want to do is to project that hole onto that face, and we will press E to extrude. Now let's select the profile we want to extrude, which is this one. But we want the boolean to be a cut because we want to remove material. The distance of that, we want to change it to 6 mm, and that looks fine, and so we would okay. All right, so we want to create another of this same hole. We want to use the hole command for that. This is a good opportunity for us to learn how to use the hole command if you don't. So let's select that up here under the modify group. Now it's asks us to specify a lot of details. So the type of the hole, here we want to do a simple hole. The seeds also, the number of them countable, spot face, but we'll choose none. And here the termination, we will choose the distance. That is what we want to specify. The direction also, we will change that as required if the direction is not right. For the drill point, we want the end point to be flat, so we'll keep this. Now here we want to specify the diameter of the hole we want to create, which in our case is 100 mm, and the depth of that hole is 10. Now let's place the hole. So you can click where you want to place the hole. We want to put the hole right in the middle of this. So we can also click on the circle, and then we see it placed the hole right in the middle of that. The preview looks fine, and so we would okay. Okay, there are some mountain holes as well. Let's create them. So we'll select this face and create a sketch. Now let's pick the circle command. You can draw a circle here. The diameter of this circle is 12 mm. So specify that using the dynamic input box and press enter. Now let's apply a vertical constraint between the center of the circle we just drew and the origin. And then we would also dimension the center of the circle from the origin as 35 and enter that. Now we want to create a pattern of this circle. So the circular pattern command, the geometry we want to pattern will be the circle. The axis we want to go around, we can use the origin. The instances of how many of that we want, let's change to 5. And it should be equally spaced and go around a 360-degree angle. So we okay. Now we want to extrude these profiles. So the extrude command, you can finish and extrude. You can also press E straight away on your keyboard to extrude. For the profiles, we can just click and drag over all of them. And we want to remove material, so the boolean should be a cut. And then the distance, we want the cut to go through all. So we choose that option. In the future, if we even change the thickness of this, the hole will still go through all. That is why the through all option is used. And we would okay. Let me get the isometric view and turn this around. On this back side, I want to create a sketch. Now I would pick the circle command again and draw a circle from the origin. The diameter of this circle is 95. I would also draw another one from the origin of diameter 135 and enter that as well. Now I can finish the sketch and extrude. I want to extrude this profile. I want to cut that to a distance of 5 mm and OK. Alright, now let's apply some fillets. So the fillet command, the first fillet is going to be of radius 2 mm. Let's see, we would apply to this edge, that one, and here. Now click on the plus sign, and we want to change the fillet radius to 5 and apply it to this edge, also that one. Let me turn this, and then that, and OK. Next, we would create the keyway. So we'll select this face and create a sketch. Then we zoom in. Now let's pick the rectangle command option, the one that says the 2-point center rectangle, and draw a rectangle from this point here. We will dimension. So the height of this rectangle is 12. The width is 6. Okay. Now we want to apply another constraint to fully constrain this sketch. Let me click on the center and move it and see. Okay. So what I need to apply is going to be the vertical relationship between the center of that rectangle and the origin. That fully constrains the sketch so we can finish, and we would extrude. The profile is going to be this one. We want to cut, and we want the cut to go through all. Let's OK. Alright, so our sketch is done. Now let's apply some appearance. You can choose any one of your choice. Let me do chrome polished. Okay. You can also under view do realistic look and even apply some shadows. Also, we can apply a reflection and then a ground plane. I just changed the appearance rather to silver. Alright, and so that's going to be it for today's tutorial. I hope you find this helpful. Please consider subscribing to my channel by means of supporting me. Also do well to like this video. Let's get it to a lot more people. If you have any comments, questions or concerns and contributions, kindly leave them down in the comment section below and I'll address them as soon as I can. Don't forget to share this with your CAD friends and save this. I'll see you soon with the next tutorial. Bye.